Good morning. Are you ready to think outside the box? I hope so. Welcome. Rev here. Time for a cup of coffee with Jesus. We're getting ready to get in the Word, and we're getting ready to think outside the box because the Word says we can. Hey, just going to give you a story. It's a biblical story, Matthew chapter 17 starts in verse 24, but I'm going to get down to the end. It's I'll just read it here real quick. When they came into Capernaum, those who collected the two-drachma tax came to Peter and said, "Does your teacher not pay the two-drachma tax?" He said, "Yes." And when he came into the house, Jesus spoke to him first, saying, he didn't even allow Peter, so he didn't know what was going on. He says, "What do you think, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth collect customs or poll tax? From the sons or from strangers?" When Peter said, "From strangers," Jesus said to them, "Yeah, because we're strangers here. Yeah, strangers in a foreign land. Yeah." Then he said, "Then the sons are exempt. However, so we do not offend, then go down to the sea and throw in a hook and take out the first fish that comes up, and when it opens its mouth, you'll find a shekel. Take that, give that to them for you and me." Jesus showed the example right here that you're going to think outside the box when it comes to the kingdom. Because when it comes to the kingdom, we always formulate things in our mind, in our natural mind. We formulate, well, if the Lord would just do it like this, that would be taken care of. If the Lord would just say this, it would be taken care of. If the Lord would just handle these people this way, it would all be taken care of. Well, you know what? It's never going to be probably the way that you think it's going to be, unless it's because he thinks outside of your mind and your time and your space and your matter, because he's Jesus, and Jesus is not bound to your earthly ideas and thoughts. He's not bound to your carnal thinking, and he thinks outside of that because he thinks from a heavenly kingdom realm. So I just see this story and I just think that it's just like, I, I I remember a lady saying one time, she said, "I paid my tithes all this time, and I thought that the Lord would take care of this, and I thought that the Lord would bless me." And really, she was thinking that she would just get a big check in the mail. But some damage came to her house, and when the damage came to her house, she said that it was in rebates and discounts, and when certain things got done together, the price ended up being cheaper, and it was like she got what she needed done, but the benefit of the financial side of it didn't even come in the way that she would think that it would come, because it was done in a supernatural manner. That's just like us. Every single day, Jesus does things that would blow my mind. He fixes people's hearts in a way that I could never see being done. He reconciles relationships in a way that I never could see being done. He supplies needs financially that I could never see in my carnal thinking, because it's outside of my thinking. So I was up this morning, I'm laying in bed, and I'm thinking, Lord, I need to learn to think outside of your box, because I put him in that box. I put him there and limit how things can be done. And and I've heard some people say, "I don't know how it's going to get done, but I know Jesus is going to take care of it." I always thought, yeah, that's kind of just a easy pass on that. But it really is the truth. I don't know how some things are going to get done, but I just have a knowing inside of me that Jesus is going to handle it and take care of it. I don't know how the Father makes it happen. I don't. I don't know how it happens, but it seems to happen. Especially when it comes to the healing of hearts and people, Jesus has the miraculous way of doing it. He just does. And I've learned to think outside the box, but I tend to start off in the box. Just like Peter was right here. He was like, he had to come to Jesus and getting ready to tell him, "Hey, we got to pay some taxes." And Jesus even made the distinction here, and he goes, "They're taxing us because we're strangers, and they can, so they're really, but as not to offend them and start an offense, I will pay that. But it's not going to come how you think it is, Peter, because it's not going to come out of your pocket, my pocket. It's not going to come out of the treasure that we carry with us. Yeah, it's going to come out in a way that you wouldn't even see coming." And the thing is that he had to show Peter, he had to take him back to his ability as a fisherman to go catch a fish. And he said, the first fish. it will be in the mouth of it. So I just thought that was a really great story of showing how Jesus makes things happen outside of our natural box that we develop. Is that a box? I don't think so. You know what He makes us think outside the box all the time because he's Jesus, and Jesus is not limited to our box. So hope you have a great day today, thinking outside the box. Some good coffee. And remember, as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a good day, thinking outside the box. See you soon. Goodbye.